Osrc News at 7. Experts X-ray benefits, challenges of effective local government financial autonomy. Nigerians call for stricter measures to curb tanker explosion as federal government cautions against illegal explosive storage. Federal government secures $1.1 billion AFDB loan to provide electricity for 5 million Nigerians. And from the foreign scene, nations strengthen security amid incessant underwater attacks.
Good evening, this is Osrc News at 7. I am Sahid Arabisala. Adequate funds and funding for the third tier of government in Nigeria has become an issue of concern for some citizens following the Supreme Court judgment which granted financial autonomy to the local government. Now, with a mandate for direct payment of allocation from the Federation account into the local government accounts of each of the 774 council areas. In this report, we examine the future of the Joint Allocation Account Committee and how local government can navigate financially this month.
Local governments have long struggled with funding and autonomy, and recent developments which eventually granted financial autonomy to the third tier of government have brought the debate into sharp focus. A key issue that has come to the forefront is whether there is still a place for the Joint Allocation Account Committee, following a land-backed Supreme Court ruling that challenges the way funds are distributed to local government.
This is Section 162 of the Nigerian Constitution. Created or gives legal backing to what is called federation account. And we have 3 federating units in Nigeria. We have the federal government, we have the local government, so the state government and the local government. And that Section 162 or Section 1 to 10 made provisions for how the money accruing to the federal account should be shared among those 3 tiers of government. But close to the end of that provision, it says that the money accruing to the local government of a state will be paid to that joint account you spoke about. But that was aside before the federal government of Nigeria under President Tinubu took the matter to the Supreme Court of Nigeria for adjudication. Supreme Court has rightly decided that the money accruing to any local government of a state should no more be paid to the joint account. That the money should be, or the fund should be paid directly to the account of each local government where the money belongs.
While this ruling is seen as a victory for local government, experts believe it also comes with new challenges, particularly when it comes to generating enough revenue to meet the needs of the people.
The local government is coming full autonomy, and of course I know there will always be a relationship between the state and the local government, just as we have it.
That the federal government made before taking the matter to court, to Supreme Court, was that the federal government did not prepare the grant before the Supreme Court decided. Money was supposed to be with the state government and be distributed to local government. So after the state government has added 10% of its own idea to it, the federal government was supposed to have made the provision with the Central Bank of Nigeria that each local government should open a current account in its own name. The National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Rep has the singular responsibility to look at the letters and the pronouncement, the decisions of the Supreme Court, and amend Section 162 in the order of the decision made or the judgment made by the Supreme Court, which means the joint account will have been removed or deleted from the Constitution.
Some Nigerians are hopeful that local governments will now have more control over their finances, while others remain concerned about the potential for mismanagement and lack of accountability.
We cannot say that Jack will not be in existence. We cannot say that, because even with the autonomy of the states, they are still attending FAC to distribute money. Even the constitution provides that the state will equally give money to the local governments. If all this will happen, then there must be a body through which they will meet, and the constitution calls it a board. Whether a board or commission or whatever they call it, or council, there must be a board.
The treasurer of each of the local government, they are their own accountant general. They will be the one to go and represent each of the local government at the jack level. When they do that, they will receive their money directly.
Recently, the National Union of Local Government Employees, NOGE, a body of workers in all the 774 local councils in Nigeria, expressed disappointment over the 6 months delay in getting accounts opened for local government with the Central Bank of Nigeria, a situation resulting in the withholding of funds meant to be disbursed and used for the effective administration of local government across the country. The Supreme Court's decision may change the way local governments operate. For now, the challenge lies in ensuring that autonomy leads to better service.
We're due to take a break on the news at 7. After, we'll spotlight more issues of concern. Please stay with us.
See this baby, why should they do younger like this?
As you see me so, I don't become 10x of the woman when I paid before. Berekete 10x.
Make you enjoy 10 times your recharge, double data, and other betterment on top, voice calls, IG, TikTok, audio and video streaming, Zoom calls, and other better things them. Dial *301#.
You never finish up. 1,000 naira welcome bonus for voice and data.
You mean all this thing for Berekete 10x?
Full enjoyment.
Is your line blocked? You can get your line unblocked free, fast and easy. Quickly go to any Glow World shop or SIM registration center near you and link your NIN to your Glow line right now. Got no NIN? Visit the nearest NIMC office, get an NIN, and then link it to your Glow line. NIN registration is free, so reconnect with Glow today.
It's still Osrc News at 7. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook. You can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Two more stories now. Nigeria has experienced a surge in tanker explosions in recent times, resulting in significant loss of lives and property. The recent incidents in January 2025 have reignited concerns over fuel transportation safety and the state of road infrastructure in the country. In this report, Blessing Obe examines the latest occurrences and ongoing efforts to prevent further tragedies.
Over the past decades, Nigeria has witnessed a series of fuel tanker explosions, resulting in loss of lives and property.
Well, that's it. The course will be established later. A long vehicle carrying fuel at the back, God's willing, 9,000 gallons.
On October 15, 2024, a fuel tanker explosion which occurred in Majia village, Taura local government area of Jigawa state, claimed the lives of over 200 people and left many others injured. Just 3 months later, on January 18, 2025, another tragedy struck in Diko Made Road, Suleja local government area of Niger State, when a tanker carrying about 60,000 liters of petrol overturned. The spillage ignited an explosion, killing more than 80 people. Fuel-laden tanker exploded in Enugu-Onitsha Federal Highway in Enugu State, allegedly due to brake failure. The explosion led to the deaths of at least 15 individuals. This development is now a grave concern for many Nigerians. Respondents have, however, linked the explosions to prevailing economic hardship.
You know that anything we can call it petrol is very dangerous to human body or to human or to the is something that is highly inflammable. They should make sure that they satisfy the citizens in the country so that they will not be eager for having something, for having their daily meal. So by looking for daily meal, they can misbehave. They can do things that is not right.
Analysts also attributed the frequent explosions to a combination of poor road conditions and lack of enforcement safety standards.
The safety and cultural maintenance culture of Nigerians most times is very, very bad and deplorable. People no longer have that safety consciousness. It's not only about petrol tankers alone. Most of the things that people do, even in industries nowadays, people have taken for granted the safety consciousness and what it has to do most times with how workers should be safe. However, we have infrastructural deficit in this country, and our road networks are so bad. And because of that, the same road network that is meant for trailers and heavy-duty trucks to ply on is the same that vehicles too do. So most times there are potholes, there are bumps, there are a lot of things on the road, and the roads are not properly maintained. This is why most times these tankers fall off the roads, because apart from the fact there are highly inflammable products in them, they are heavy-duty trucks.
Government officials attributed the tanker accident to prevalence of poorly maintained tankers and drivers' recklessness.
If the driver is not engaged in overspeeding, if the driver is careful enough in handling the vehicle, there will be nothing like accidents that will make the tanker to turn over. And so the bulk of the problem I will put at the doorstep of the drivers. Then again, some of those vehicles may not be mechanically okay.
Person was very careful. If they are not careful when the trailer fell, and what even the worst part of it, our people, Nigerians, when trailer fell down with fuel, maybe through the accident, the fuel were pulling out of the vehicle by force. Some people will just feel that this is just a cake for them, freely cake, which did not work for. Not comparing the risk they are taking to their life and the other people. You see, they will be rushing there with buckets, plastic, iron, be packing free fuel.
Idris, who highlighted the recent surge in mining-related disasters across Nigeria, reiterated that the government will take decisive action to prevent future occurrences. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has declared plans to embark on a nationwide mass rally on February 50% hike on telecom services by the Nigeria Communications Commission. NLC President Joe Ajaero, in a communique issued at the end of the Congress's National Administrative Council meeting held in Abuja, said the union is in session totally rejected the 50% telecom tariff hike, as it was considered too harsh for the citizens. Ajaero therefore said that National Congress in session called for the immediate suspension of the 50% tariff hike. The NLC president said should this not be heeded, the Nigeria Labour Congress will escalate its actions, including the possibility of a nationwide boycott of telecommunication services, mass actions that may involve nationwide withdrawal of service to resist policies that exacerbates poverty and inequality. He also called on the federal government, the Nigeria Communication Commission (NCC), and the National Assembly to engage in meaningful dialogue with critical stakeholders to review the proposed tariff adjustment. The Ondo State Contributory Health Commission has reiterated its commitment to providing comprehensive health insurance coverage for all residents in the state. In an interview, the Director General, Dr. Abiodun Oyeneyi, emphasized the Commission's capacity to deliver affordable healthcare services. He highlighted the importance of strategic partnerships in maximizing the Commission's potential and expanding its reach. Oyeneyi acknowledged the Commission's communications challenges and expressed confidence that Osrc could play a crucial role in disseminating information about the Commission's initiatives.
Mr. Governor launched the Orange Health Insurance Scheme for the informal sector in September last year, and we are about to kick off. So I think the time is now. There's no better time than for us to come, and thank God that we have an accomplished technocrat beside that we believe that we can partner with to deliver the goods and let the people know about the vision of Mr. Governor for the state.
Motorists have appealed to the Ondo State government to fix potholes on some strategic roads in Accra, the state capital. The potholes are impacting not only commuters but also compromising road safety, resulting in accidents in affected areas. Our correspondent Abidemi Akinrote reports.
The Ondo State government's efforts to eradicate potholes in Accra have yielded significant progress, particularly in repairing major roads. However, despite this progress, some areas remain problematic, including Plaza Road, Ayedunbedok Road, Bangbalogun, and Isolo 1313, all in Accra. Residents have expressed concern regarding the difficulties posed by potholes in the affected areas.
The challenges that so much as it happens here because of the way they call the road, as it's November last year, and they refuse to repair it. So it costs more, it's spoil many tires and cause some accident here.
Man, motorcycle, and then vehicle, everything. It causes so many accidents here. A day, like 2 to 3 accidents it causes. So I'm begging the government should please remember us this road. They should help us.
That me and my father, we went to market to go and buy something. As on our way coming back, it just remains small that our one big lorry should collude with us here. I do understand now. That lorry want to collude with us here, and it's God that saved us. I do understand now. So because of this, let them make it and do it for us.
While government says it's making moves to address the issue, it's clear that more work needs to be done to achieve the goal in ensuring zero potholes in Accra and other parts of Ondo State. Amid this growing concern, motorists and other road users have continued to anticipate an intervention from relevant government agencies. Abidemi Akinrote, Osrc News.
The federal government has secured a $1.1 billion loan from African Development Bank to provide electricity for 5 million people by the end of 2026. Special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, in a statement, said President Tinubu's speech was delivered by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, at the just concluded 2-day Mission 300 Africa Energy Summit in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The President also stated that the AFDB's $200 million in the Nigeria electrification project would provide electricity for 500,000 people by the end of 2025. President Bola Tinubu has called for a multifaceted response to terrorism, insurgency, and other forms of security threats in the Lake Chad Basin region. The president stated this when he declared hope on the 5th meeting of the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. According to him, the chain of events that has disrupted the stability of the region in the past 15 years demands that power must be wielded responsibly to guarantee the safety and prosperity of the people. The meeting brings together 8 governors from Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad, and the Republic of the Niger, as well as humanitarian organizations and local and international communities to address pressing security challenges and explore solutions for stability in the Lake Chad region. President Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, noted that while military power is necessary to contain the identified security threats, it must be accompanied by strategies that address their root causes, including poverty, inequality, and lack of job opportunities for the region's young population. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, has warned that the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, will have far-reaching consequences for regional security, economy, and integration efforts. The minister, in a statement by spokesman Al-Qasim Abdul Qadir, noted that the exit of these countries from ECOWAS is a complex issue that requires careful consideration and diplomatic efforts to address the underlying concerns. He stressed that the decision to impose sanctions on these countries was a collective one made by the ECOWAS heads of states and government, noting that security implications of these exits are a significant concern as the region is already grappling with terrorism and humanitarian crises. He emphasized the need for continued collaboration and cooperation to mitigate the challenges arising from these developments. Outside Nigeria, Syria's de facto leader, Ahmed al-Shara, has been declared the interim president months after his opposition group toppled the country's longtime president, Bashar al-Assad. As the new Syrian state begins to take shape, it faces challenges.
Less than 2 months on from leading the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad, former rebel leader Ahmed al-Shara has been named Syria's interim president, one of his first acts to dissolve all armed factions.
In the Baltic Sea, nations are taking significant measures to protect their vital infrastructure from perceived threats by Russia. Recent attacks on underwater power and telecom cables, some believed to be linked to Moscow, have heightened security concerns. These security steps are also expected to have major effects on commercial shipping in the region. Blessed be.
The Nord Stream pipelines that carried gas from Russia to Germany took years and billions of dollars to build, but just seconds to blow up. The lasting damage from the 2022 blast was not limited to underwater concrete. The tense security situation across the Baltic Sea has never recovered, regardless of which country was to blame. For decades, Russia and its leader President Vladimir Putin sought to project power through